independent artist might spend weeks writing a song, several days recording it, and more time editing and mixing the final arrangement. It is a significant investment of time, creative energy, and financial resources. After all that labor, the final product often becomes a single WAV file sent to a distributor, which turns it into a streaming product that might earn tiny pieces of money one play at a time. Once that file hits Spotify, many artists pack up their session materials, congratulate themselves on release day, and immediately start worrying about writing the next song. This approach treats the cutting room scraps, the isolated vocals, the instrumentals, and the short melodic hooks as waste. In reality, these are the specific components that multi-billion-dollar media industries look to buy for sync and advertising. A finished master recording is the raw intellectual property required to launch an entire inventory system, rather than the end of the production cycle. Before an artist can physically cut a song into new products, they have to understand the legal anatomy of the track. Every recorded song contains two separate copyrights. The first is the composition, the underlying melody, harmony, and lyrics created by the songwriters. The second copyright is the sound recording, or the master. This protects the specific studio performance of that composition and is a completely separate legal work. Dolly Parton provides a clear example of this split. She wrote the composition for I Will Always Love You, meaning she controls the musical work. Whitney Houston later created a distinct, globally famous sound recording of that same composition. The song didn't become a different composition because Whitney sang it, but her recording was a separate master copyright. For an independent artist who writes and records their own track, they often control 100% of both sides. This is known in the industry as one-stop, meaning a single party has the legal authority to clear all necessary rights instantly. If a song has multiple uncontactable co-writers or undocumented splits, it becomes a liability for B2B buyers like music supervisors who need to clear rights on a tight deadline. Once the rights are documented, the extraction process begins. The first priority is a proper instrumental track, a version where the musical balance is preserved after removing the lead vocal. An instrumental allows podcasters or filmmakers to use the music underneath dialogue without the lyrics fighting for the listener's attention. Market-ready catalogs also require time edits. Standard deliverables include 60, 30, and 15-second versions. These edits need a beginning, development, and a clean ending. A 30-second commercial edit might start near the chorus and resolve on a final chord to fit a rigid broadcast window. The next step is creating stems, grouped parts of the final production, like drums, bass, or guitars. Stems allow a video editor to lower a specific element, like a lead guitar solo, if it conflicts with dialogue, while keeping the drums and bass intact. By providing these variations, the artist has increased the number of specific situations in which the same song can be used by a paying customer. Having dozens of audio files is only useful if each one is labeled with standardized ownership data. The ISRC, or International Standard Recording Code, identifies a specific sound recording within global databases. Every commercially exploited edit, remix, or unique version needs its own ISRC. This ensures that royalties will find the correct rights holder when a specific track is licensed or played. A central rights catalog connects this legal data to the audio files, allowing the artist to see their composition splits and master ownership in one place. This granular data is a prerequisite for emerging markets, like AI training datasets, where companies require highly specific permissions for model training or voice replication. Organizing this metadata transforms a folder of audio files into a searchable business inventory that is ready to be cleared for a deal. The single WAV file the artist started with is now the foundation of an entire family of products. These chopped assets serve the B2B market through instrumentals for podcasts, 30-second edits for ad agencies, and one-stop licenses for film supervisors. These components also appeal to the direct-to-fan market, where dedicated listeners buy high-quality downloads, vocal-only tracks, or stems for practice and remixing. Maintaining a catalog of ready-to-use assets allows an artist to focus on securing higher-margin licensing fees and direct sales, reducing the total reliance on high-volume streaming numbers. A portfolio of 20 strong songs, properly structured and metadata tagged, creates a catalog that can be marketed for years after the original release.